Okay, here's the deal. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this yet. So now if I do, that took a lot to do it. I'm a flawed human being. I'm not perfect. Now, I think that's really obvious. But I was speaking to a friend the other day, or not long ago, and he said to me, Johnny, just be careful, all this insight that you're putting out there, that you're not creating this perfect persona. What? Couldn't believe it. I was like, that's literally the opposite of what I'm trying to achieve. But then it dawned on me that, I haven't really explained what I'm trying to achieve. As a matter of fact, sometimes I'm not entirely sure. But let me tell you why I do YouTube. Now, we all know about the way I was brought up. You know about the violence and the way I was treated. You understand where I come from. It's all in other videos. And it's probably to the point now where you're like, get past it, Johnny. Stop talking about it. And I will. But for the sake of this video, it's important to understand that there was problems with me growing up, as I explained. But it wasn't until one of the most beautiful events in my life, my first son was born. Alongside my other son being born and my wedding, it's one of the most amazing moments of my life. I watched both of my sons be born. It was the most incredible thing I have ever witnessed in my life. I could not believe what I was seeing. I was so proud of my wife, I can't even find the words to explain it. And as my son came out, I cut the umbilical cord and I held him in my arms, and it will come as no surprise, I was overwhelmed with love. I thought to myself, oh my goodness me, I'm gonna do everything and anything for you. I love you so much. No surprise, every parent feels that they must. But what I didn't expect was the other feeling. Now, before I say this, nothing can take away that moment for me. It was incredible, and it will always live as one of the best. But at the same time, if I'm completely honest, I was hit with pain because I looked at my son, who I loved, and I thought, how can a man treat his son the way I was treated? I had opened up Pandora's box. Surprisingly hard to talk about, actually. Didn't expect that. Shortly after that, I had all this conflict in me, and I started to get depressed because all of a sudden I had a different insight into what it was to being a dad. Now, I always felt the injustice of my past, but until I became a dad, I didn't really get it. I didn't really realise how bad it was. And shortly after my son was born, I started to unravel a little bit. Started to struggle. I really did. My wife said to me, you need to go and speak to somebody. I got cross. I was like, no, I don't need to speak to nobody. I'll be all right. Obviously, I thought drinking alcohol was going to suppress that feeling. Why do guys do that? Why does anybody do that? Why do we think that we can push these things down and they'll just go away? Because they do not go away. They manifest in moments that you really don't need them to. Anyway, I love and respect my wife, so I said to her, okay, I'll do it. And if I'm honest, at the time I was doing it for her. I thought, he'd keep it quiet or whatever, So I went along to therapy. It was great. Really, really hard and painful, but it was great. I spoke to somebody and started to see things from a different perspective. And therapy's amazing, but you sit and you talk and you hear yourself saying things for the first time and you can't deny it from then on. It's out there. But there comes a point where you've got to take ownership of it yourself. And to really finish this thing, you need to do some work yourself. And that's where I come full circle. YouTube, the reason I do YouTube is because it's like a therapy. Every week, I intensely research something. And that could be self-identity, self-confidence, self-esteem, could be anything. But when I intensely research it, it's like once you know it, you've unlocked something and you've grown and you move forward, and all of a sudden you can see something else and you just keep going. And every single time, it's like you're fixing yourself. You're slowly building yourself up and growing and becoming better and better. So really, kind of selfish of me to do my own YouTube. But the reason I put it on YouTube is because I cannot believe how much it's helped me get over the things that have happened to me. Can't believe it. If you'd said this to me 3 years ago, I'd have told you to chill out. You're a bit much, mate. But honestly, the answer is in you, and it always has been. And you've probably heard that loads, you know, sounds like something Yoda would say, but it's in you. Now, I provide information, you know, based off of my own experience and my own research. But if you're looking at a public figure and you're thinking they've got the answer, they haven't. It's in you. And what I'm trying to do with my YouTube videos is give you all that information and direct you to go within and search. It is painful, it is difficult. And there's times where you think, what am I doing? But it works. I'm proof of that. You know, for a long time, everybody saw my life as a certain way. I have this beautiful wife, these 2 lovely kids, got an amazing home. I've got all these superficial things that people strive for. Now, don't get me wrong, I appreciate and I'm grateful for all them things, but they won't fix pain. They'll just distract you for a bit and then you'll go back to feeling pain again. So that's the first reason. It's a therapy. I want to share this information because I truly believe in it and I really think I know it's helping. It's helping me. And the second reason is I want to make it clear I don't want to be famous. So it's not I've got no aspirations for that, but I do want to be well known. Because the more subscribers I get on YouTube, the more followers I get on Instagram and Facebook, Twitter and all them things, the more access I've got to people so they can see and hear what I've got to say. And then I can help as many people as I can. Because that's my mission. My mission here is to help as many people as I can. It's taken me a long time to realize this, a really long time. There are friends and clients and family members going, finally. But I don't know why. I'm incredibly perceptive and I can see things that others can't in people. And I care so much about people and I love helping people. And that's what this is about. I'm doing YouTube because firstly, it's helping me, it's my therapy, and I believe the things that I'm telling you will help you. And secondly, I do want to be well known. And the reason is, and lots of people say this, so many people say this, but I mean it, I really do mean it. I want to help as many people as I can. I believe that anyone that's struggling for whatever reason, if you're really struggling, you need strength. And this is the stuff that's going to give you the strength. That's my truth.